Welcome back to the show. Being a child of South Asian descent and breaking free of the mold to enter a career in the arts is no easy feat, nor is it widely accepted by parents or our family. But today we're meeting a young woman who's broken free of the mold in many capacities. She's an internationally known DJ. Yes, I said DJ. Let's meet Jessica Dhillon, aka DJ Goddess. Jessica, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I really don't know where to begin when it comes to you. You are an actress, a film producer, you are a musician in your own right, you are a DJ. Really, you wear so many hats. And let's not forget, you are also a biology major.
Yes.
So you wear all these hats and now you've come down to being known as DJ Goddess. Tell us a little bit about your journey. How does one go from being a biology major to now an internationally known DJ spinning in clubs all across the world?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's the big question. I don't even know. No, just kidding. Basically, from doing a major in biology, I went one summer while I was in university to London, and I'm sure my parents regret sending me off to London. I did a work exchange for 3 months, and I watched a production called Bombay Dreams. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes,
it's
definitely.
a big Broadway production by Andrew Lloyd Webber. A.R. Rahman was the composer on it, and basically fell in love with the arts. And I was a biology student at the time. So I came back and I literally wanted to take acting classes on the side, and I'm a total nerd and normally really shy, but it was something that kind of worked on my confidence taking these acting classes, and just fell in love with it. And from acting fell into production. From the production side, I was on a movie contract in San Francisco. I worked for a Hollywood special effects studio out there. And my only friend outside of the studio was a DJ. So every weekend I would call up and be like, where are you? And literally I just shadowed him for I think 3 months solid, came back, learned the techniques, and just fell into DJing.
It fell into DJing just like that.
Just like that.
So, you've broken so many molds, Jessica. Like being, both of us being South Asian, we know that it's very difficult for, especially our families, to accept anything other than, the typical, only careers that exist for South Asians. Right. An engineer, a lawyer, a doctor.
Yes.
If you're not one of those three things, maybe an accountant, you're actually nothing. So
right.
To break that mold, like how is that for you? Just, being in the sciences, doing as a good South Asian, child should do after grade 12. How is it breaking that mold and diving into the arts?
Well, I think it starts with parental support, and this is something that I had said in a panel for the Vancouver International Bungalow Competition. And basically, it starts off with parents and them being supportive. And luckily, my dad was very supportive in post-university and getting my degree. He did want me to get my degree and finish it off. Right. He said, go out and venture out and pursue what you really want to do. And I know that for him, he was thinking, okay, she has 2 years, and when she's done her 2 years of, going out and pursuing her dreams, she might come back and do her PhD and become the doctor.
Pursue our dream.
Yeah.
She's done hers. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Pursue their dream. But yeah, I mean, I took those 2 years off, and I continued to take that time off, and literally just...
Here you are.
Yeah, I mean, you go through your struggles. I mean, I think every Indian parent wants you to be the doctor or the pharmacist. I'm sure still today my dad's like, but he's getting more comfortable with the idea, and I'm so thankful for his support.
And again, like it's the parental support, it's that guidance that, really lends into all of our successes, I think. But how is it now as a DJ? It's a very male-dominated, art, a very male-dominated area. And how is that for you? Two things, being South Asian, number one, and number two, being a female in this kind of male-dominated world. How has that experience been for you?
Well, from, I guess, doing my degree, I fell into production first. So film production is completely dominated by mainly males. So it kind of eased my way in going into DJing. And I mean, I always say this, I think as a female, you do have to push twice as hard and really prove that your talent or your intellect, it's twice as much work for us anyways. People assume that being a female, you get in through doors easier, you're based on your looks or whatnot, but I think proving that's what ends up being twice as difficult because you're trying to break those barriers.
Right. So, and then how was that journey for you? Was it a difficult one, or was it, did you find that people were accepting, that your, male counterpart DJs were accepting of you, or?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I work really hard at what I do, and I think people see that, and it shows when you're spinning.
so you definitely have the look and you definitely have the talent, but
Thank you.
There's another thing too that I know you've started kind of this movement, Crown That Goddess. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that's exactly what you're talking about, breaking barriers, and I feel that it's about recognizing women that might choose a career path that's not maybe a doctor or a pharmacist or a lawyer, that sort of thing. And I wanted to recognize all these women that are there pursuing their dreams and doing very well at it, and are role models in the community. So basically, it's actually more of a global movement, and it recognizes all these women. And so Crown That Goddess basically means recognizing all these females. And so, I mean, this is goddess bracelet is what they get, and we feature them, and we write a snippet on what they do and the big things they're up to.
That's great, and that goes really well with your name, synonymous to your name, DJ Goddess. And kind of the last thing I want to ask you, Jessica, is it's kind of a cliche when people say, follow your passion, follow your dreams. But you know what? It's something that really is a lot easier said than done. And you clearly followed your passion and your dreams. And what advice do you have, to the younger generation, and not even just them, just anyone sitting at home that, is always like, oh, I really wish I was so this and this. I really wish I tried this and this. What advice do you have to them to follow their passions?
Right. I think it's all about putting that hard work into it. I mean, nothing comes easy. We were having a discussion earlier. Nothing comes easy. If you want it, you have to work for it. Nothing will be handed on a silver platter. As much as people might be like, okay, she fell into DJing. They don't know about the hours that I spend practicing just in my room. I have, my Pioneer decks. I just practice mixing just to make sure that my mixes are flawless when I'm performing in front of people. And that's what people pay attention to, and it's that hard work. I mean, hard work does pay off, and I'm a firm believer of law of attraction. If you really believe that you can, definitely.
And that's the key word. Like, you have to believe that you can do something.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing that we doubt ourselves, and we think, oh, can we or can't we?
Yes.
But it's the yes, we can.
And believing it. I think believing that you can do it, that's what's important. And it doesn't matter if what your parents think, or what other people or society. It's about what you believe you can do, and breaking those barriers.
Because once we believe it, then the people who love us also start to believe it and will be there for us. And just to close off, on a high note, is tell us real quick, some of the highlights of your career so far, aside from being on the show.
Oh yeah, this is I love being here. I love the view. It's phenomenal. I've gotten to spin in a lot of different cities that I typically would never have been to or gone to, or maybe way out in the future. So, one of my highlights was spinning in Dubai for New Year's Eve, and it was one of my second New Year's Eve gig, and it was with RDB and DJ Shadow Dubai. And DJ Shadow is one of my favorite DJs, especially in Bollywood. I think all of us Indian DJs spin his stuff. So, that was such a big highlight right off the bat. It was my first international tour, and ended up booking that gig. So
your international tour started off in Dubai with an amazing DJ, and you know what? It's only going to get bigger and better for you. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, and I know we'll have you back real soon.